Tougher Together Tuesday, and a quote is always good, so here's one for you. Each artist should be allowed to pursue their artistic endeavors, but I still think there is a lot out today that is coonery and buffoonery. Spike Lee. And on tonight, I want to talk to you all about highest to lowest. Alright, so for some of you who don't know, Highest to Lowest is a movie directed by Spike Lee and is starring Denzel Washington. Now, me myself, I didn't actually know anything about this movie ahead of time. I didn't see any trailers on this movie. I was just watching a clip of them on a show, and I heard that the movie was coming out last week, and so last Saturday I went out to actually watch the movie, just because I have seen Spike Lee's movies before in the past, and I definitely have seen Denzel Washington movies, and I know that with these two brothers together, they're going to actually do a good movie. So I went out to go see it, and it did not disappoint me. It was an actual good movie, and I would definitely recommend it for you to actually go and watch it and actually see it. Now, it may not be a movie that's going to win a Oscar or anything like that, or Academy Award, but I definitely think that you should go out and check it out because it is an actual good movie. Now, one of the things that I like that Spike Lee does in this movie is he does a lot of zooming in and zooming out, and a lot of different camera angles that I thought were really good shots of the movie. And then it definitely showed you New York. If you haven't ever been to New York before, you'll feel like you've actually been there before, because he shows you so many good shots of New York and what the culture is like in New York, and what New York is pretty much all about. And he shows you definitely a lot of good shots of the actual city. Now, another thing that I liked that was in the movie was the fact that it had different breakdowns in terms of people, showing people not in how can I put it, in certain movies that I have watched in the past, and I guess at this present time, a lot of the movies have to deal with a lot of drama, and this person's cheating on that person, and this person just is, a a-hole, and you just look at it and you just say, oh, well, I can figure out why this person would be kind of acting like that, or it's just a whole maybe a lot of unnecessary drama and just stuff where it's just like, man, is this all that people have to show in terms of movies? So it definitely had its drama in it, but it wasn't like a drama that I could say where it was just like over the top, and it had to be just like something that was just real foul out there. So I like the fact that the movie didn't have anything like that in it. It just had regular, ordinary people dealing with personal issues that they were facing and had to actually deal with. But without telling you the movie deals with Denzel Washington and his son actually being held up for ransom, and that's the basis of this actual movie. But they definitely have some other stuff in there that's in the movie, but I don't want to tell you the movie because I want you to actually go out and see it for yourself. Now, I also liked how it broke down males, and just breaking us down in kind of like in three different forms. In this movie, when you go see it, you'll see that they have one guy that has a whole lot of money, and you see how people actually treat him, and how people treat him with respect. People listen to what he has to actually say, and people are willing to do extras for him, and go the extra mile for him just because he actually has money. And then you see a point of view also for a person who doesn't have a whole lot of money. They're not necessarily broke, but they don't have a whole lot of money, but then they still, are an actual person, and they still should be shown respect, and people should respect them as just being a man and a human being. And you see how people, if you don't have a whole lot of money, they treat people opposite, or they may treat you, oh, you know what, you gotta say something, we're not really listening. Oh, you want to tell us about your feelings and that you need this time or something like that, we really don't care because you don't have a whole lot of money. And so in this movie you kind of see the breakdown of that, and how other people treat people depending on what their pocketbook is like, or how much money they actually have in their pocket. And in actuality, it shouldn't really matter how much money people have in their pocket, because we all are human beings, and we all have struggles, we all have issues, we all have problems that we face. We all need to be lifted up and cared for at different point in times in our lives, and we all go through stress, pain, hurt, all those things. We all are just human. And so in this movie, you'll definitely see where one guy is treated differently than another guy. But like I said, watch the movie so you can see it for yourself. And then also too, you see the hunger in males, in terms of one of the characters in the movie. He was willing to risk a whole lot of stuff to get to where he wanted to actually go to. So he was willing to, do things that he, in his heart, possibly knows isn't right, but just because he's trying to get to where he's trying to go to, and he's trying to do the things that he wants to do to better himself and still take care of his family, he's willing to risk certain things, risk jail time, just so that he can get to where he's trying to get to. And this is something that oftentimes we see people do these things. They take, as one rapper once said, penitentiary chances, to make their advances. So this is a route that a lot of people choose to actually do, and they commit crimes thinking that, eventually, if I don't get caught, then everything will actually be all right. And this is definitely not the way for you to actually go. And sometimes you just gotta work hard and do the right things, and eventually things will get better for you. But I do want to just point out that it was definitely good to see 3 different point of views of males trying to take care of their actual families and do the right things for their families. Now, also too, on the relationship side, and 3 different types of relationships, I think this movie kind of breaks down. One, in terms of a woman and a man, and the woman actually being supportive to her man, and the vision that he has, or the dreams and the plans that he actually has. You'll see that in this actual movie, and you'll see, basically some of the plans that the males may have may actually cause a whole lot of jeopardy towards their family and loved ones, and how they kind of risk a lot, to do some of the plans that they actually want to actually do, which can definitely be devastating for them and their families. Now, also too, I think it's important to point out that sometimes we have to actually, even if we are the male figure and we think we have everything all together, it's definitely a good thing to actually listen to your counterpart, the woman that you're actually with, because sometimes you may not actually see things that they can actually see coming. And sometimes the risk that a lot of us males like to take just so that we can have things better for our families aren't actually good for our families, or it may be that risk that takes you to a deep fall that you may have a hard time coming back out of. So this was something that I kind of saw in this movie. And then also too, the relationship between a father and an actual son, and how sometimes it's definitely good for your kids to actually listen to you and actually follow what you actually say and what you tell them to do. And you should definitely uh, make sure that you're not actually being their friend all the time, but actually being their parent. But then at the same token, I think this movie actually shows as well that sometimes you should sit back and listen to some of the things that your kids may actually tell you, because sometimes they may see other things that you may not actually see, and it may actually be beneficial to you. And so I think in this movie, if once you go and see it, once again, then you will see that sometimes your kids be trying to tell you things, and then you kind of, oh yeah, yeah, I heard what you said, but then it turns out that some of the things that they actually tell you are actually right, and if you actually do listen to them, it can actually be beneficial to you as well. And then one of the things too that I saw in terms of relationship, which I think we deal with this a lot, is oftentimes if you're younger, a younger person looks at an older person and they kind of give them disrespect and say, oh, you're an old head, or oh, you're washed up, or oh, you don't know the time is right now, or what to do right now. You don't really know what's going on right now and what's hot, what's not, what's good, what's bad. They think they have it all together. They didn't probably watch a few videos and now they think they know everything. And so this movie kind of breaks down, basically sometimes all the things as a young person may think is best for them, or it's going to be something that's actually good for them or beneficial for them, isn't the right thing for them to actually do. So even if it may give you a whole bunch of likes, even if it may blow you up, or even if it may put a whole lot of money in your pocket, that doesn't mean that it's the actual right thing to do. And one of the phrases that this movie definitely talks about is that all money isn't good money. And sometimes we may do things, for the sake of money, but that doesn't mean that it's actually right. And we should definitely choose to do the things that are right and make the money that's actually right, instead of doing whatever just so that we can make some dollars. But this has been another Tougher Together Tuesdays. Make sure you check out this movie. Oh yeah, and it's definitely a thing that this movie shows, as far as having people in your corner, and basically having somebody to have your back, somebody to be there for you. We all sometimes need somebody else to be there to help us up when we're going through tough times. Just somebody to talk to, somebody to hold, somebody to let you know, hey, everything's gonna be all right. And this doesn't necessarily have to be somebody that you're sleeping with, or somebody that you're in a relationship with, or somebody that you're married to. Sometimes it may be your friends, or your family members. Just somebody that's actually there with you, and that's going to help you to actually lift you up in your tough times. And this movie shows that, and how people just kind of help each other out sometimes, and sometimes your buddies be the ones that get you out of the jam. But anyways, as always, two are better than one if two function as one. So stay together.